Welcome to the very first episode of the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. It's finally here and it's finally arrived. I'm super excited. I am the real Red Nose.
And I am Tiara, but you can call me T.
And this is Reasons. Reasons. Reasons to Society. Reasons.
Reasons.
Why do you name it that though?
Oh, okay. You want to know why we named it that?
Yeah,
I know a lot
yeah.
of you are probably thinking, like, why
Reasons
did I name that? That's
to
kind of like
Society.
All right, so I'm going to give you the definitions.
Okay.
So, reason. Reason is a cause, explanation, or justification for an action or event, or the power of the mind to think, understand, and form judgment by process of logic.
Okay.
We like to do that.
Yeah. That's exactly what we like to do over here. Okay.
Number 2 is for my numerology watchers. I like numerology. Okay. That's a whole nother video though. But anyway, so the numerology definition of 2 is associated to harmony.
Okay.
Balance. Consideration.
Okay.
And love. We're about that.
Yeah, we all about all that. And my birthday on the 2nd. So, yeah,
True, too.
Let's get it.
And then we got society. All right, you guys keeping up with us?
Yeah.
So
society,
we got society.
Baby.
Society is an organization or club formed for a particular purpose or activity. So that's why we're here.
Okay, most definitely. Yeah,
Society.
that's the podcast, baby. Reasons to Society. You know what I'm saying? We finally here. How you feeling? You super excited about this or what?
I am. I'm ready to talk. I like to talk, so this is definitely for me, and hopefully people who like to listen to people talk are listening to me talk.
Yeah, most definitely. And we're going to talk about important things, of course, like everything about the culture, recent news, activity, everything. So, you getting older, your birthday just rolled around, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. How was your birthday? How was that?
I had a great gathering of less than 10 people. No, actually 10. I'm not going to lie. 10 people.
Yeah, we was
10
on
people,
money.
10 people.
Exactly. 10
But
on
it was
the dot
great. I
type,
enjoyed myself during this quarantine time.
Yeah, that was super cool. Mother's Day just rolled around.
Yeah, I went to see my mom and grandma. My sister got shout out to you, Tarika.
Yeah.
Got Nanny. That's what we call our grandmother. You made her take 2 shots of some hen dog.
Oh, yo, that was crazy too, though, for real. Like, yeah, Nanny was lit. We was lit on Mother's Day, man. Everybody was cool, big chilling.
Yeah. How have you been lately?
I've been chilling. I mean, this quarantine got us on lockdown still. Starting to unlock things, I guess. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going to no clubs, none of that. Bars ain't never shut down. But, people still going to hit them up.
Right.
Or whatnot.
I already know that.
Yeah. So, it's the very first episode of the podcast. I'm super excited, So, I don't know if you heard, but most people talking about the recent story in the news about the young man, Ahmaud Arbery. From Georgia,
Yes.
that was shot down by the 2 white males. Tragic story once again. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Allegedly, he was jogging through a neighborhood. I mean, when he was confronted by 2 white males, they thought he was a suspect in the burglary in the neighborhood, and eventually they shot him twice with the shotgun. But we all have our opinions about that. Some people are biased. Some people jump to conclusions. I mean, what you think about that?
I just feel like, okay, so he was jogging, right?
Yeah.
Just mind his business.
Yeah.
And allegedly mind his business, and people came and associated him with what?
With burglary.
With burglary, okay. And then
they tried to
before
make
clarifying it, because these people weren't the police, right? They were just regular. Okay. All right, so they weren't the police. They used their
He was working as a law enforcement official. But he wasn't supposed to be, but that's a whole nother story. Like, but he was definitely not a police officer. He was trying to make a citizen's arrest.
So you basically were not on duty.
Nah, definitely not on duty.
Not a police officer, I guess.
Definitely
whatever.
not.
And you decided to...
Yeah, you seen a suspect. You thought he was burglarizing houses. You saw him running. So you take pursuit after him. thinking that he just broke into a house in the neighborhood. I
So
guess,
he can't just be jogging like regular people?
I mean, but this is what he thought. Obviously, yeah.
Well, my feelings on that is just some crap, some bull crap.
Like, what you think? They just saw a black kid just running down the street?
I feel like that's definitely what they did.
Yeah, sometimes people are built like that, though. Like,
I just feel like people kind of, people are quick to judge. And I think that's the problem with the world today, for real. Like, people judge too much. Like, so you just assume because he was running outside, he had to be the person that,
Yeah, I was on the same wave. And then, so then they tried to release footage of him previous to that actually going into a home. It was like a vacant home, but it was like built for somebody to move into it, basically. Like, it was getting ready for that. So, like, it's like, they said they didn't see him take anything on a video camera or whatnot. I don't know. So
they seen him in the house or around the
house? They seen him around the house, and then they eventually seen him go in one way, came out. The door might have been locked, I don't know, came out, and then went through another entrance.
So even if you did see him do this,
right?
Why did you kill him? That's the big question.
I mean, when they confronted him, I guess, I don't know how he expected it to go. Like, the guy was just going to put his hands up, and he was like, just freeze and wait till the cops get here. But I guess a little confrontation pursued after that, and he wound up shooting him 2 or 3 times with the shotgun.
Yeah. I also feel like those states don't... I feel like those states go back... I feel like those states are still... We're all still stuck in slavery, but that's a whole nother video. But those states, specifically, like the southern states, they're definitely... The laws didn't change too much. If you go back 400 years ago, or when we were released from, slavery or whatever the case may be, they are still dealing with that. Like, when you were a slave and got let go, if you were caught, like, stealing anything, spitting on the sidewalk, not moving when a white person walked past, you literally were sent
all
to,
type of stuff.
We wasn't even there back in the day, so
it's just whatever they documented.
Whatever, right, exactly. So that's still the same. Like, you have regular people like us, regular civilians, that can now just take the law into their own hands, and if they see a crime, they can become the police and kill someone.
And different states got different laws, and then they laws contradict each other. Like, stand your ground and citizen's arrest. Like, okay, so I don't think he has to just submit to a citizen's arrest. Like, he has the right to not, just fold when this guy come and say, hey, stop. Like, who are you? Like, you not just about to stop me from jogging or whatever he was doing. But it was a citizen's arrest. You never informed him that you was a police officer. So it's like, who are you? Like, that's the part that I just really don't understand. And another thing that really catches me is it happened in February. It is now
right, and everybody's just now getting wind of this.
Right. Just now getting wind of it. So you got to think to yourself, because it's my focus on the entire thing, is who shot the entire video? Who filmed this video?
I was going to say, because a little clip that I saw, and that some of you probably saw, you could, like, who's filming
There was 2 white males with, that was engaging with the jogger, and then there was somebody in the back just filming it, but it seemed like they was close enough and kind of involved in the situation, right?
Right, exactly.
Like,
enough to be,
and it's like, so you're filming it, and when did you release it? When did you leak it or whatever? So according to his lawyer, his name is William Bryan, the guy that shot the video. According to his video, he says Mr. Bryan is only a witness, and he has fully cooperated with the police. However, on the other end, the lawyers of the Arbery family called for his arrest, saying that he was in hot pursuit with the other 2 white males. What you think? What you think? What you think he was involved? Maybe it was 3 of them. Maybe they wanted to make an example out of him. You record me and him gonna do this. You know what I mean? He was kind of close.
I don't know. I feel like he was definitely involved. You know more than you're saying, because to be honest with you, you should. Yeah. What's the whole story? Because you heard the conversation before the shots was fired, after the conversations after the shots was fired.
You was there.
So you know a lot.
Yeah, it's like, what did you just start recording when you heard them go by and was making noise? So you just hurry up and got your phone out or something like that? Like, no, that was too convenient. He was in a good position.
That was a good spot. That was like, I'm with y'all doing this for y'all recording.
And then you start thinking to yourself, like, how did it even get leaked? Like, okay, now that you have the footage in your phone, right? How did it get leaked to the general public? So I started looking through that, and according to that, the suspects that, that engaged with the jogger or were not shot him, they consulted in a lawyer after this event happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
And obviously it was like this rumor going around, and they was trying to dispel this rumor that they was just two white rednecks riding around hunting down a Negro, basically. So the lawyer leaked the video to the radio station to clear their name. Is that not the dumbest stuff you've ever heard in your life?
Run the end back to me again. So the lawyer who leaked the video?
The lawyer leaked the video to protect. It wasn't even his client. He just consulted with him, but he consulted him to leak the, to clear his name. But it's like, bro, like it just happened in this February. It's now May. Like,
And
what made you think of it? Like, what made you think that was cool? It's just weird.
it's a lot more to that story too. And my condolences to the family because
Most definitely.
Like what?
Yeah. Like, your life is gone that quick. And I believe, like, like the justice system is all messed up. Like, how are you just going to persecute that man yourself? You just persecute him yourself. You say you're guilty. This is your punishment right there in the streets. You held court in the streets.
Right. And
That's just...
And so my thing is, so we all could do that. We don't need to call the police no more, everybody.
Right.
We'll just
but it depends what
things.
state you in and all that. You got to know your laws and all that, because some states don't got none of them.
I mean, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But since this is the very first podcast and we super excited, I wanted to ask you your top 3 things that you want to get from this podcast.
Ooh, that's a good one. My top 3 things that I want
that you want to get from this podcast.
I would say number 1 is to be able to connect with the people that are listening.
Okay.
Because my goal is to be as real and raw and
influential, motivating.
Yes.
All that.
I'm doing all that. I'm going to give you the real me.
Yeah.
I want to motivate people and inspire them in whatever way. I always like to help. So.
Yeah.
I'm going to say number 2 would be doors to open to other things that I'm into. Like, I love
Big
writing.
facts. Yeah.
I have books.
Great
there.
author.
I have other things I want to do. We'll talk more about that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Movies.
Yes,
movie scripts. Yeah, great ideas on that. Entrepreneur mindset.
I would say money, of course.
Money. That's number 3?
Yeah.
Money. Gotta pay the bills, right?
Absolutely. I mean, come on.
You gotta pay the bills.
You gotta do what you like to do. I'll say this. If you find something that you like to do and it's easy and it comes natural and you can get paid to do it, why not? You know what I mean? That's the goal here in life.
Exactly. I totally agree with you on that one. I think that was one of mine. But, look, he's so pressed.
I mean, you can borrow it.
Mine is, number 1 is giving a voice to everybody. Like, everybody has a voice, but everybody not going to step up to get their voice heard. Like, here on this platform, it don't matter who you are, black, white, male, female, I don't care what your sexual preference is. Like, everybody has a voice and everybody has an opinion, and you got to be open-minded. Like, we're very open-minded. So you come in here, we're going to listen to you with an open mind. You might say something to change our mind and make us think like, dang. And we might do the same to you, but you gotta come here with an open mind, and we welcoming all guests, friends, family, whoever.
No judgment.
Yeah, no judgment. We're gonna have some fun.
Judgment.
We just gonna have a little fun up in here. We are all reasons to society. We are all one society, man. So, number 2 will be freedom. You know what I mean? My freedom to express my thoughts.
Yes.
What's going on, See, because just like you said, that basically go with connection. And to deprogram my mind from a standard 9-to-5 mentality.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah, because we've been trained.
Yeah, and we're not here to be trained. We're here to live our own individual lives.
Most definitely.
Reach our highest
and get paid
self.
for what you let it do. Yeah, most definitely. So, yeah, that was our top 3s. That was cool. We're going to get into the sponsorships right now. You know what I'm saying? We not the type of people that's really looking for sponsorships, but if you're the type of people that's looking for people that's not really looking for sponsorships, then we definitely the people for you right here. You know what I'm saying? So we do our own sponsors. We try to shout out things that benefit the community. And today's special shout out is boxing gloves. Don't get knocked out like your pops used to. You know what I'm saying? Nah, real talk though, pick them gloves up, man. Like, it really relieves stress. You know what I mean? It releases aggression. You can get that
like
ring and get
if you want to whoop somebody's, like a coworker or a family member,
put them gloves on. Let's go.
You want to beat up.
Yeah, help you learn a lot about yourself. Because that same coworker that you want to beat up, as soon as he tap that chin a couple times, you learn a little bit about yourself. Like, I need to,
I have a few coworkers I want to bring some gloves out.
You did? Bring them gloves out, man. And it builds self-confidence. Like, you set goals for yourself. Maybe you don't think you can really do nothing, you know, and you wind up doing your thing. Yeah, or maybe you don't do your thing, but you be like, you know what, next time I got them because I got the experience now. So it gives you self-confidence, man. You got your Venoms out there. You can go get your ringside, Hayabusa. I don't care what you get, man. And I ain't saying it's a solution to violence or nothing, you know.
I mean, if people put guns down and put gloves up, that would be
cool.
way better.
Yeah,
so.
That's what I'm saying. It's an alternative. You know, everybody's pride is not built to put hands up and guns down. Because if they take an L, it's like, what? You're not who everybody know you as. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you kill shit. That's easy. But it's not easy because everybody ain't got the heart for that neither. Right. But anyway, shout out to Tank. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore's best. The best boxer doing in his weight class right now. So, man, throwing them boxing gloves, man. You know what I'm saying? So, right now, we're going to go ahead and get deep. With the beautiful T. You look very nice today, too, by the way.
Thank you.
Damn. Let's get it.
All right, so I think my get deep question for the day, and this goes to you people listening to. Let me know what y'all think. Drop your
comments.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so do you think the reality that people see when they're on drugs like LSD and stuff like that?
Oh man.
Do you think that's like a real reality and we just didn't tap into it because we didn't do the drug they did, but like it's really still there?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I do.
You think like it's still there?
Yeah. I ain't never do no hard drugs. But yeah, like the things I hear about the trips and all that. And I heard like acid stay in your spine for like a lot of years and you can just trip like so often or something like that. But yeah, I heard too many stories and I believe it. And I ain't never been high off of no major drugs and nothing like that. But I can just imagine like from the stories that these people are telling me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, to answer my own question, I feel like yeah too, because I would love to know if two people took the same drug at the same time, would they see the same thing?
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, from what I heard. And I guess it depends on what drug you on. You ever been high off major drugs?
Nah, not at all.
Oh, you ain't in the major drugs? Yeah, but they call it hallucinating though, right?
Yeah, it's like hallucinating or whatever. But yeah, so I just feel like, so to get a little deeper, I just feel like, yeah, that exists. Yeah, that's real. Like, they're not faking that. They really see that. I think our minds can't even fathom the dimensions that really exist in this universe. Like, this is just our world. Right. There's worlds outside of our world. Like, open your mind. Open your mind up and understand that you're not the only creation. So I definitely think they're saying that, and I think like if we all did it, we will all see the colors. We'll start seeing the sounds because we're all vibration. It's like you're really tapping into what the world really is. It's like the Matrix. It's taking off your blindfolds in a way. Yeah. Maybe we should all try it.
Some of it is good for you, like you know, like they're gonna tell you it's bad for you, but anything that you abuse is gonna be bad for you.
That's true. You gotta like
you gotta know how to manage.
Life is all about a balance,
really. And it's not for everybody neither. You really need guidance if you're really gonna like go on a trip, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, like all your friends, you shouldn't all do it at the same time.
We're gonna get somebody on here, somebody that's into major drugs and tripping and all that. We need you on here. So
come on the show.
Us.
Yes, please contact us. Our email address, we'll drop all that information in the video or leave it. You know,
I'm gonna believe everything you say because I ain't never been on that shit. So whatever you say, I mean, your word must be bond. You feel what I'm saying? Don't come on here stunting.
Yeah, I know. Like, come on, y'all. Let's have the real people who really experience this. And I've seen the YouTube videos. So you people or people who know people like that, Hit us up.
So, what about the danger in that too, though, right? Because the reason I never try hard drugs is because I don't want to be the one to get addicted or do that thing while you on the drug. You feel me? I don't you can't blame nothing on drugs to me. You can't be like, I was on that, my bad. Nah, that was you. Yeah. You chose to do that drug and you acted like that while on a drug. So that's you. You know what I mean?
That's why you shouldn't dabble in stuff you're not experienced in.
Exactly.
Or trying for the first time with the wrong people, because that's very dangerous.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it can be a whole crowd full of people, 30 people, and it's like they are too high to attend to you. Like, you're really going through medical issues. Yeah. Everybody else cool. You'll be fine.
Nah.
You'll be fine. Just take a half or whatever they be doing. He having a seizure in the corner. He like, nah, he good over there. He always do that. Like, what? What's going on with that? So you do believe in...
Definitely do believe they see that. If I wasn't such a chicken, I'd try it myself. But I'm not ready for that, if ever in life. Or this lifetime, whatever. So, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, yes. So right now, I'd like to give out a special shout out. We both like to give a special shout out because we both very blessed in these crazy times, a little pandemic going around or whatever. But it's always something like small in your life that plays such a major role in your life at the same time. And we always like to step back and look at the small things in life. So right now we're going to give a special shout out. And today my special shout out is extension cords.
Yes!
Because
shout out to extension cords.
Because as you can tell, we live in an apartment. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know about you, but apartments are crazy. They put sockets in the craziest places.
Yeah, they do.
Like, they just got one little twin socket right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what am I supposed to do with that? That don't even make sense. Me and T, we got twin lamps in the bedroom. We can only use hers because she used the other socket to plug up the iPhone. Like, goddamn.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? I got my PlayStation 4, I got my Fire Stick, I got my Wi-Fi, and my TV all plugged up over here. What I'm going to do with a little twin socket?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, shit. Went got me an extension cord, baby. Yeah, so shout out to them extension cords.
Shout out to the cords.
Yeah.
So for my special shout out, I'm going to really have to go with, this is probably one of the best things I think I ever experienced. Q-tips. Yeah, I said it. Q-tips.
That's crucial, though.
You know how good... Okay, let's talk about how good the Q-tip feels. You know the feeling, as soon as it goes in and it hits the itch, the scratch that you're feeling.
Come on,
and
now.
You're like...
Talk to me now.
It's just... Yeah, I know what y'all be doing.
Incredible. Yeah, you gotta get the thick ones, too, though.
And look, they don't just... You could... Get the ones from Walmart. Shout out to Walmart too.
But I'm pretty. Walmart don't sell the cheap brands.
I guess the Q-tip brands.
Yeah,
don't get the very cheap ones from Dollar, Family Dollar, anything like that, because they're
too. The one that break off in your ear.
They're too cheap. You gotta actually don't be cheap with your Q-tips.
Nah.
If you want the good feeling, don't be cheap.
Exactly.
You gotta spend that.
Can't even wet them up. Even the dry ones just stick.
Yeah.
You be like, what?
But you can use them for everything, to do your eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
To, put on anything on your lips, anything. Yeah. Dig up your nose.
Q-tips. You ain't gotta look at me about that. That's a good way, efficient way, better than your fingers, right? Yes. So shout out to them Q-tips, man. That's a real good one right there.
Yeah, I like Q-tips.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get a little deeper. Ask my question of the day, you know what I'm saying?
All right, come on, bring it.
Because my man Takashi just came home, 6'9", breaking the internet and all that shit. Niggas mad, talking about hip-hop dead like it ain't been dead. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. All that, whatever. But everybody talking about snitching. Yo, when you get in the game, bro, you know what you getting yourself into, yo. 85 to 90% of people that in his position would do the exact same thing, yo. that he's doing right now. Just period, yo. You're not about to give your life away for somebody that's out there robbing you, taking money from you, having sex with your baby mama, and you was never built like that from the beginning. You knew you was never built like that from the beginning. So come on, yo. You supposed to treat that dude like a king, because at the end of the day, you know he's gonna snitch on you. If you're running a great empire, I'm not talking about no street thugs. It ain't even gotta be an empire. If you really running a nice little organization or whatnot, you don't need no flaws in that. So you bring this major flaw into your business for a couple dollars to extort money from this young kid. Basically, that's what you're doing. So you attach your whole organization to this kid while he out there making all this money. And then you start doing him dirty, knowing he was never built like that from the beginning. But you thought he was gonna keep it solid. You really thought he was gonna keep it solid. He in there, he knowing that you the one robbed him, beat him up, stealing from him, baby mother or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Like, so how you feel about that before we?
So I think he is a snitch.
I think he is a snitch too.
I feel like, okay, this is my thing.
It's not his fault though.
Yes, it is.
How?
Nobody forced him.
They didn't.
So it's his fault.
So you blame him more or the gang more, or is it 50-50?
On it being his fault?
Yeah.
100% him.
All his fault?
Yes,
so none of the gang's fault?
None of the gang's fault.
For looking at this little silly dude like, yo, let's put him on.
Let me tell you why it's none of the gang's fault. Because for all of us out there who had great parents or guardians, whatever, who raised you, they told you that you are responsible for your actions, right? We all know that. Come on, let's be real. You know that at a very young age. Like, you are responsible for what you do.
That's
the friends you hold, the conversations you have, like, you have to hold yourself accountable. Like,
that's very true.
Because the world is going to do it, so you need to do with that shit first.
Yeah, I guess I'm looking at it more from the disappointment of the gang side, yo. Like, I ain't in the streets. I ain't a part of no gang. But if I was, I want to keep my shit solid.
Yeah.
Like, sealed. Like, everybody, I think the whole time they was checking them. Like, I seen a couple comments like, yo, you need to put da-da-da in line. Like, what y'all doing with this kid? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, extorting them for money. And money is the root of all evil at the end of the day, ain't it? Got them in jail, and he snitched. And ain't no rules in the game. No snitching. That don't make no sense. Okay, so who's winning? The real dude is losing out here. He doing 20 years while the snitch do 3, 4, 5 years. And then he coming home. He good. He can move across town. Don't nobody know he was a snitch. Well, not in Baltimore. Everybody gonna know you was a rat. Most definitely. Yeah, so I just want to give you a little quick scenario, though, real quick, though. All right, so back Tyreeka, you know what I'm saying? Like, she hit you real quick on some
For those who don't
shit.
know, Tyreeka, that's
my
sister.
That's my sister,
my
too, yo. That's
our
sister.
sister.
That's my little sis.
My bad.
All right, so back. Reek dog, right? She hit you on some panic shit. I mean, you call, meet me outside, like, be ready, like, I really need you, da-da-da-da. All right, so you hop in the car with her, boom, boom, y'all pull over to the side of the street or something, she pop the trunk, and she show you something. Yeah. Boom, get on with the rest of your day, y'all don't know what to do, she wound up dropping you back off home. You don't know what to do. First of all, what you gonna do from that situation? Is you gonna tell anybody? Or is that y'all little secret?
Well, it has to be our little secret because she came to me for it to be our little secret. If not, the family would have called. We would all had a meeting because anybody who knows us knows our family's tight-knit.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
So I think I'm going to keep it a secret, but I'm going to force her to speed up what's the next step because this is not about to be on my head.
So you're going to be an accessory? What you mean? Like, so you're going to help her get rid of whatever's in the trunk? Is that what you're saying? You need to speed up.
Okay, so if we're talking about something like dead, that's in there.
Definitely.
My bad, guys. I thought we were trying to. Okay. So.
Yeah, I'm talking about the most extreme experience. This is snitching. Snitching has no levels. From jaywalking, he jaywalked, to he's a murderer. I seen him murder somebody.
So you basically trying to say, am I going to rat her out or not?
No, fool. I'm leading up to that. The whole situation. So right then, you ain't going to say nothing to nobody. It's going to be between you and Rick Dog.
It's between us.
But you talking about making her speed up the whole process. What's that about?
Like, tell everybody or whatever move she about to make, you need to do this. What's up? Like, what are you doing?
Okay, but you talking about it's not going to be on your head now. You have a guilty conscience just because she showed it to you? Okay, that's the first signs of breaking down and, like, you're going to say something to somebody. Because when law law enforcement come knocking,
No,
right?
because if she handles it, then I don't have to say anything to anybody.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So when law enforcement come knocking and see, they look at their traffic lights, they suspect Rick Dog or some shit. They looking at the traffic light, right? And they see you in the passenger side of the car around the time that XYZ, that they, yeah. So now they coming to look for you. Now they want to ask you a couple questions. Yeah, they don't really suspect you or nothing. They just coming through for the first time. You already got your palms. Look, you already like the police. What they here? Yeah.
I don't like. I'm not gonna
Yeah, so they like, was you with Reek Dog at this time?
Yes.
Did she anything
Unusual about her?
unusual?
No.
Okay, cool.
She was normal.
So then you're willing to testify on a grand jury?
No, why do I need to do that?
Because you would be a great.
Am I the only person that saw her before? Like,
I mean, but you're a key witness. You was in the car with her. You would be the one that helped get her off of this case, right? You can say that.
Okay, so say I'm in. Okay, so go ahead. So well, I'm not agreeing to testify, but if it got to the point where I had to.
So you never asked for your lawyer. You just started talking once they started asking you questions. That's how they get you. Most people snitch and don't even know they about to snitch. They just start talking. You don't have to say nothing.
I didn't even think.
And you didn't even snitch. You just gave more information than you needed to.
Yeah.
Man, yo, people on some oops, like they on some these are trained professionals. They get you in that interrogation room. They will twist you up. They will make you say some You feel what I'm saying? Not from no experience. I ain't in the streets. I ain't never been involved with none of that stuff.
Right.
But yo, they clever. Oops, damn, I messed up. Yeah, boy, you just snitch. Yeah. Intentional, unintentional. Like this snitching is crazy.
Yeah, even with the black community, just to say something real quick on that, we don't snitch. Like, how many people who've been molested in their households?
Yo, that
and
too.
Their parents cover it up because that's a
nothing.
part of no snitching. Like, you don't want your family to look bad. No, that's something that needs to be talked about. And you need to believe your children. Mothers out there, your daughters who are coming to tell you that they're being touched, they're being touched,
man.
Okay? Unless you know your child has...
Not,
I mean, and if they're really not being touched and they're
but
lying about it,
fully.
then that means that there's a deeper problem. If your daughter's going to lie to you, it's a deeper problem.
Yeah.
Talk to her.
You got to fully investigate that.
Like, that's deep, but yeah.
Yeah, that's most definitely deep. You got to investigate that.
Yeah, so I actually have a little choice for you to pick from.
Okay,
Ready for it?
Little pick your poison, huh?
Would you rather live alone with no social media? Okay, guys, this is for y'all too. Drop your comments below. Would you rather live with no social media for 5 years? Okay, you hear me? 5 years, no Facebook, no Instagram, no TikTok, no Twitter,
TikTok.
no whatever. No, just nothing. You can't do nothing social media related. So would you rather live 5 years with no social media or live in a mansion with everything that you want? When I say everything, whatever your vice is there, okay? It's there in a mansion that you gotta live in for 1 year.
Okay, vices.
With your top 15 people that annoy you on Facebook. 5 years
on Facebook, not even
or
friends
social media.
Family.
Social media, your social media friends.
That's a good one.
Your social media friends, the ones you don't even know, but you approved one day. Them too, like whoever annoys
or the
you.
Ones
top
you
15.
Don't even got the time to go delete. Like they annoy you, but it's like I'm not about to click on your page, delete you and all that. But so you get on my nerves.
Do you want them? Think of the 15. I know you got 15.
And you actually living in a house with them.
You're living in a house with them for 1 year, but you have everything else you want. But they're there too. Or you can not have social media and not have to see them or anybody or anything. With me?
That's how you there too?
No, because I'm not about to deal with the 15 people that you don't like.
But I got everything else, but not you.
You got everything else.
I couldn't do that. So what's the first option?
5 years, no social media. You can't live through
5 years, no social media.
And you can't live through mine either. Like, you can't see it. You can't, nothing.
Nah.
So
no social media. We about to get it cracking now, but I ain't never really been a social media type of guy.
All right, guys. So we're about to tap into what I like to call GTT, which stands for Girl Talk with this girl here.
Yeah.
listen, when I say girl talk, it's just, you know, me talking, and I have my husband here listening. He normally listens or doesn't listen sometimes, whatever. But you guys are here to be my company too. All right, so girls, I just want to talk about something that I came across the other day. I stumbled across an article. And this article was talking about insecurities, and it had like the 15 top insecurities that women have. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna lie, I've experienced them. I've experienced them in my life. I'm even, you know, still trying to get through some now.
Everybody got insecurities.
Everybody does. Yeah. But like, we women, we're so hard on ourselves, and that's what I want to talk about. Like, we have to do better. We got to feel better. Like, you get one body, and time is going to move fast. So how you look, you better enjoy it, because you're not always going to look like that. Mm-hmm. Whether it's you're tired of this, you're tired of that. But anyways, let's get into the top 5 insecurities. Mm-hmm. The first one is comparison.
Don't do that.
Everything, though. Your hair is curlier. Oh my gosh, I want your hair. Oh, your butt just lifts up so great. Oh my gosh, your stomach is so flat. Oh my god, you know, like just everything. Oh, her life is so perfect. Oh my, like social media, looking on social media, and this, just comparing yourself. Like sometimes women will, like if other women come into the room, will scan her up and down.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, her shoes are cute. Oh, she's whack. She's bummy. She's this, she's that. And we put each other into classifications. Mm-hmm. Like, for what? For why? So that's one thing. So I just feel like, you know, we just need to focus on what we have, what you're blessed with, what you got, what's in front of your face now. Because all the stuff that you're so focused, when you focus on what you don't have, you're forgetting to focus on what you do have.
Right.
And then at some point, if you do believe in a creator of this universe, you know, whatever you want to title the Most High as, you know, things will be taken from you if you don't appreciate them. Mm-hmm. So, you know, whatever.
That's a fact.
And that goes for everything. This one, number 2, I think every woman, I don't care where you fall on the scale, but you do it. Wait.
It's a sensitive subject.
It's a sensitive subject.
Like what? Like waist size, right?
No, weight, like your body weight. Like, I'm too fat, I'm too skinny. And you think this because you're comparing yourself to somebody. But my question is, and I had to ask myself this too, because my whole life I've been small and I've always wanted to gain weight. And I had to start thinking, like, why? Like, who cares? Who cares? Who are you comparing yourself to? Is it the model? Is it the Instagram model? Is it the neighbor up the street? Is it the girl, the boy that you likes? Like, stop comparing yourself. Is it the ex-boyfriend, new girlfriend? Like, just cut that out. Love yourself. You're going to die one day, and you're going to waste time worrying about looking like something that's not even real. Because somehow, fake has become the new real. It pisses me off. So we just out here loving and liking and just licking all over fake shit.
This has to stop.
It really does.
Somebody has to start talking about this.
Yes, like, cut it out.
Stop.
Like, let's just... And my thing is, if you don't feel comfortable with your weight, and you truly... on the inside want to change it for yourself, and it's not because how people are viewing you from the outside, then do it, but do it naturally. Okay? Because nobody's perfect. Either nobody's perfect or everybody's beautiful. Pick whichever side you want to be on, but that's just what it is.
Sometimes it's not what you eat, it's how you eat. Like eating right before you go to sleep and stuff like that. Like, you can eat, but make sure that you know, work it off a little bit before you actually lay down for the rest of the night.
Exactly. You just got to plan it out. And there's a lot of things on the internet that can help you
get
yourself together.
We need weight gain, you know what I'm saying? Like, you see us, we skinny as I don't know what.
We are,
we
but
need weight
like
gain.
I said, I'm all about embracing and loving yourself.
Yeah,
so
most definitely.
Love yourself.
Yeah. And whatever you feel comfortable with. So if you do want to gain weight or lose weight, make it be all about yourself.
Exactly.
Just because that's what you want to do.
But because of how you feel on the inside. Not because people, how they're looking at you on the outside. Right. Like, if the world's looking at you saying you're too skinny or you're too fat, and that's the reason why you want to change, no, you better stay skinny and you better stay fat, because you need to do it for yourself. I'm just saying. We're going to move on to the third one. Third one is style. Like, we always have to keep up with the trends, the labels. We always worrying about who got the Michael Kors purse and why.
That's an
and
insecurity.
who has the Gucci thing. Yeah, it's just like women, because what they'll start doing is judging if they don't have it, finding
That's
things
true.
to talk about if they don't, if they can't keep
Looking
up with the
for
trend.
knockoffs,
Looking
right?
for knockoffs to keep up
That
with the
ain't
trends.
real.
And I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I'm not saying any of this like I haven't been in the categories, okay? I'm just keeping it real. Like I said, I'm gonna be raw and real with y'all. You know, like, we're putting our money into things that do not value us. Like, we need to invest in our credit. Shout out to my best friend Shakola, Daniel, that helps with restoring credits. Not that throw $500 and fix your stuff, but we'll talk about that in another video. If you're interested, inbox us. Yeah, so just this time, I'm trying to keep up with things. We need to be invested in our future. So my thing is, one day you're gonna grow out your clothes. Who cares? One day you're gonna want to give them away. One day you're not gonna like them anymore. I don't know. But like, clothes are not that serious.
Like,
as long as you
once
have
you get a little
something
stain on the shirt, it can be the fly shirt. I had the flies polo shirt back in the day. Once I got a stain on it, it was like it's
over.
Done.
So it's like, what? And you're mad. You spend
that quick,
you know, like,
that quick over.
I'm gonna say number 4. Number 4 is crucial.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 is photos, selfies. I'm gonna take 33 selfies to find the best fake one, so the world can think that I look this beautiful, even though I put the filter on.
We just did that before.
Stop. Yeah, and I
we
was
just
mad.
took, like,
I was
1,000
mad because I knew I had this segment, but I wasn't gonna, you know, ruin what you wanted.
Yeah, because I don't normally take pictures, you know, so I wanted to make sure we had a nice little picture for the show.
Yeah, but yeah, photos. Like, we're too on ourselves in photos. Like, the photo is literally a snapshot of a moment in time. You feel me? Like a snapshot of a moment in time.
Mm-hmm.
And people act like that's the last picture the world's going to see of you. Like, if you died today, that last selfie that you felt like you looked crazy in, or your hair wasn't right, or whatever the case may be, you act like that's going to be it, and we'll never see another photo of you again.
Mm-hmm.
Relax. It's just a picture.
Right.
Stop being so hard on yourself. Nobody is perfect.
No,
Stop believing the hype. The Instagram
perfect
models ain't
imperfections,
perfect.
man.
Everybody's
I think
beautiful.
everybody perfect.
Everybody's beautiful.
Because that's how God made you.
Yes, like, God
Just
made you how you are. So why are you changing?
Right.
Because people are putting on makeup and
Nah.
wigs or hair or whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying that to knock makeup or anything like that. I'm just saying,
we ain't doing
you know,
that
it's
now.
okay.
It's
to,
our personal opinion, man.
Chill.
That's why we can have anybody on here and they can sit right here. We wouldn't, you know, we'd respect everything that
like,
you
it's
say.
nothing against the, I do my eyebrows. I just started getting lazy
We
lately,
see-
and I'm just like, I don't care no more, because who cares? Like, if you want to go out and do your makeup, do it. I would too. I don't do all the face stuff because I don't know how to do it. It just seems like it's too expensive. But anyways, whatever. So, like, yeah, do it. Do what you want to do. But I just feel like you should still embrace your true beauty and not let the world confuse you and make you think that you're not as good as the person you're looking at on TV or on social media.
Yeah.
And then lastly, it's going to be age. I literally just experienced this, so this really hit home with me. But age, people, life is fun until you hit 30 and you're like, oh my gosh, people are settling down, or, you know, people are doing this, or people are having kids. And I'm not going to necessarily say that I stared at someone's life and said that specifically, or thought that specifically, but it's just like, for myself, when I was like 12, I had a life planned, and it's kind of off a little bit. I mean, I am married, but like, other things are just off a little bit. But yeah, I just realized, like, who cares? Like, you literally are blessed to be experiencing this 3D life.
Right,
so
man.
I just feel like if you're here in the 3D form right now, you need to just really embrace life and accept where you are, and understand that you're not going to always be there if you are in a bad spot.
Live the
if
now.
you're in a great spot, understand that, again, you're not always going to be there, so you have to enjoy your now moment.
Right, even your moment right now,
Your
it can
now
probably be
moments.
worse. It can probably be worse. Enjoy how, like, the little blessing that you...
Yep.
I remember I used to live bad, you know, I was down bad, man, but I was never down and out. Like, I always found something. I had one little, like, speaker and a mixtape with beats on it in my whole bedroom. I was cool. I couldn't wait to go home to that. Like, I look forward to that, you know? Yeah, living in now, man.
Yeah, definitely live in the now. Don't stress yourself out. Live in the now, and like I said earlier, focus on what you have and not what you don't have, because you literally bring the energy with the things that you think about. Like, thought is really power. It's very powerful. I just want to leave y'all with 5 things, and then GTT time. Number 1 would be letting go of the top 5 insecurities I just mentioned. Let it go. My beautiful queens, let it go.
Let it go.
People, not people, but your significant other, whoever you're looking for, the reason why you feel like you have these insecurities, that person is going to love you for whoever you are.
Big facts.
The true you. Because I believe that there's somebody out there for everybody.
Big facts.
Number 2, we have to compliment more. Like, don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. Compliment more.
Not
Real
the fake
compliments when they're genuine compliments to other women. We need to start uplifting each other. That's the next one. Uplifting. We need to uplift each other more.
Yeah,
Okay.
be a lot of sarcasm.
Yes. Like,
A lot of
why are we
hate and
competing?
undertone.
And that, you know, and we compete for men. Like, women dress for women and not for men. And then you compete with other women to get the men. Like, you don't have to do all that.
Yeah. Crazy.
People will love you for yourself.
Crazy.
Support each other more. We need to be more supportive.
Most definitely.
If you have a friend that does something that you like to do, you go support her. Because you would want the support.
Right.
Support your family.
Everybody wants support,
Support
but no
your
one wanna
own business.
support.
Support your own business. Black people out there, well, excuse me, I
Bruh.
don't like to say black anymore. I like to say brown because
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
really not the color of my shirt.
Yeah.
But brown people, we have to support each other more. If you have a cousin or a friend or a family member that does something that you're interested in doing, you need to go to them. Don't be trying to go to somebody else and support them. And I'm not
Yeah.
saying just go to them because you're their
And
family.
hold them
Try them
accountable.
out. You know, yeah, like
And make
try
sure
them
that
out.
their product is up. Like,
Exactly.
make sure
At
your
least give
product
them
is
a
up.
try.
Don't just expect people to come in there just because you're
Yeah,
your
because
race.
because you're race.
Nah,
No.
make sure your product is good and your
Yeah.
prices ain't ridiculous and all that other good stuff too. Like, it gotta go both ways. Community, man.
Yeah, community.
We are
man.
Reasons
You gotta
to
stay in the
Society.
community. And I would say for the last one would be loving who you see when you look at yourself in the mirror
Yeah.
with no flaws.
You gotta find a way to do that.
Because perfect is not real.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Everybody's perfect.
Everybody's
Imperfection might not be real, man.
yep.
That's how I look at it. Like, you show me the model human being. Has there ever been one, a prototype that people be like, this is like, no.
What everyone should look like.
No. I don't
Only
care
thing that
what
did
you-
that was TV, and that's not
As long
real.
as you healthy, as long as you living a healthy life, everything else is irrelevant.
That's true.
That was a great segment right there, though. You
Thanks.
just dropped a whole lot of knowledge right there.
I just want us to love ourselves more.
Yeah, so that's something that our viewers can look forward to moving forward. You know what I mean? So y'all can always
see if it's anything that you guys want to talk about out there that you would like me to like talk about.
yeah, we're gonna give y'all the email address.
yeah,
Y'all can email us
us.
y'all questions, comments, whatever, concerns, even like suggestions. We down for whatever. This is only the beginning of the podcast, baby. This is the
You'll
very
be
first
seeing more of
episode.
us.
A lot more of us coming real soon. So till the next time, we out. Reasons to Society, baby.